Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning into the podcast today. My name's Madeline, and I'm with Veterans Healing Heart, which, if this is your first time listening, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping our country's warriors heal from their emotional traumas that they have faced and move forward with their lives. We're hoping that by bringing more attention to post-traumatic stress disorder and information on treatments and support available to not only those who have served our country, but also the civilian population, we can bridge the gap between the two worlds and help our veterans to better recognize the signs and symptoms in not only their friends, but themselves as well. Did you know that as many as 31% of military personnel suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder? This translates to more than 6 million veterans alone being impacted by severe emotional and mental trauma. This doesn't even take into account active duty and reserves or any service members who have not been diagnosed. Of those who have been diagnosed, about only half receive treatment, and only half of those who get treatment receive minimally adequate. In the past, there were many serving who actually feared professional repercussions and did not receive treatment, but instead chose to hide the fact that they were struggling or ignore it altogether. There has been great improvement in removing the stigma of having PTSD and needing treatment in the military, and commanding officers are now actually encouraging their soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines to receive the help that they need. I feel like a lot of people view PTSD as it's portrayed on TV. I know I was one of those at one point. A lot of shows represent it as a severe paranoia and hallucinations. They will show that recently returned service person snapping because of a trigger, wandering off into a city, and seeing it as a war zone. What a lot of you may not realize is how varied the symptoms actually can be. According to the Office of the State Surgeon here in Florida, some common symptoms of PTSD are nightmares, flashbacks or feeling like the event is happening again, staying away from places and things that remind you of what happened, being irritable, angry, or jumpy, feeling strong guilt, depression, or worry, trouble sleeping, feeling numb, and having trouble remembering the event altogether. PTSD can even make it difficult for someone to hold down a job, which can lead to homelessness too. It affects those who have served and are currently serving, those who have seen combat, and those who have never even stepped foot into a hot war zone. And it extends to their relationships with their family and friends too. I've been talking to a lot of close family and friends of mine with military service, and while talking to one in particular, it was mentioned that a lot of military personnel don't recognize PTSD because they view the signs as a normal part of the job. This is why it is so important, not only for them to be trained to recognize it, but to also teach the rest of the world about PTSD, because some of the great influences in the lives of our servicemen and women have never even put on that uniform. Family and friends are such an important part of their lives, and what they say matters. There are also some great resources outside of the VA that they have actually been pointing to. There are videos and even more resources through About Face, which is at www.ptsd.va.gov/apps/aboutface. There are also mobile apps to use in addition to traditional therapy, such as PTSD Coach, PTSD Family Coach, and Vet Change. These men and women have sacrificed so much for us. They've given more than what we see or hear about, and it's not just them that are struggling, but their families as well. There are so many ways to help and contribute. Operation P.O. Box, for example, is a new program just getting its start down in the Tampa, Florida area, where they're renting P.O. boxes to give to homeless people so that they can get IDs and from there get jobs. This could help so many of our homeless veterans, but before they can do that, they really need to get treatment for their PTSD. Lending a supportive ear or even giving a gentle nudge of encouragement to seek professional help could make all the difference in the world. So for more information and resources, you can visit our website at sites.google.com/view/Veterans Healing Heart. And I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, and we look forward to speaking with you next time.